It's interesting enough to understand the history of cybersecurity because security has come a very long way over the past half century. Starting out as a bit of practical joke between our colleagues back in 1960s, the steady rise of technology in the years that have followed now has made information security a huge issue. Even large companies that you may be knowing like Yahoo, Microsoft, and Google have each been targeted by hackers in the past decade. Plus, while cyber safety has improved hugely over the years, we all know one of a very important cyber attack, that is 2017's WannaCry cyber attack, proved that it is not just information security that has evolved over the years, but even hackers and computer viruses have too. Well, 1960s, it was during the 1960s when organizations first started to become more protective of their information systems. They started to think about how they can protect the data, how they can, protect these systems from external attacks. During this time, there was no internet or network to worry about. So, security was largely focused more on physical measures and preventing access to people with enough knowledge about how to work a computer. In order to do this, in 1960s, passwords and multiple layers of security protection were added to the devices. First, the safety measures are also implemented to ensure that the stored data was protected. After all, there was no iCloud available back in those days, so computers had to be secured by different means. 1970s saw the Creeper program. Now, cybersecurity's history began with a research project in the 1970s on what was then known as the ARPANET, that is the Advanced Research Projects Agency Network. A researcher named Bob Thomas created a computer program which was able to move the ARPANET's network, leaving a small trail wherever it went. He named that program as the Creeper program because of its printed message that was left like, "I am the Creeper, catch me if you can." Then Ray Tomlinson, that is the man who invented the email, later designed the program which took Creeper to the next level, making it the self-replicating and the first ever computer worm. Now, Thomas and Tomlinson's programs may have been designed as a bit of mess around, but again, they actually served a highly important purpose, revealing a number of flaws in the ARPANET. 1980s, the world of internet. Now, over the years that followed, computers started to become more and more connected. The computer viruses also became an issue as they also changed to advanced technologies. The Russians, for example, began using cyber power as a weapon. No offense to Russia, it's just the history that I'm telling you. So when it comes to the Russians, again, along with Russians, even German computer hacker Marcus Hess used to steal the US military secrets. 2 years later, in 1988, the birth of the world famous Morris worm, if I'm right. It's Morris worm. Morris worm was one of the major turning points in the history of information security. Network usage began to expand rapidly, and more universities, militaries, and governments became connected to it. That meant that the security measures required had to gradually become more expensive as well. Now, the Morris worm, which is named after its inventor Robert Morris, the worm was designed to propagate across network, infiltrate the terminals using a known bug, and then copy itself. However, its ability to self-replicate would be its downfall as worms replicated so aggressively that it rendered the targeted computers inoperable and slowed the internet to a crawling pace. Now, this Morris worm led to the formation of Computer Emergency Response Team, that is the CERT, in order to prevent further issues and cyber attacks. 1990s saw the rise of firewalls. Now, with the internet becoming available to the public, more and more people began putting their personal information online. Because of this, organized crime entities saw this as a potential source of revenue and started to steal data from people and the governments through the internet. By the middle of the 90s, network security threats had increased exponentially, and firewalls and antivirus programs had to be produced on a mass basis to protect the public. It was a NASA researcher who created the very first firewall program following a computer virus attack at the California base. The researcher and their team created a virtual firewall which they modeled on the physical structures that prevent the spread of actual fires within the buildings or structures. In 2000, it's going backwards. Okay. In 2000, security laws were introduced, so governments began to clamp down on the criminality of hacking, giving much more serious sentences to those hackers. Information security continued to advance as the internet grew, but unfortunately the viruses were also growing. Hackers quickly became able to create viruses that could not only target the specific organizations, but they again targeted the whole cities, states, and even continents as well. 2010 was the era of major breaches. So in 2013, Edward Snowden, a former CIA employee and a contractor for the US government, copied and leaked the classified information from the National Security Agency. So that was one major breach. In 2014, the Yahoo incident was very famous. Yahoo was attacked and the total revenue decreased by around $350 million, if I'm not wrong. And 2017 was WannaCry attack, which is very popular. If you ask anyone about WannaCry attack, it's very famous. WannaCry targeted computers running the Microsoft Windows operating system and demanded ransom payments in the Bitcoin cryptocurrency. In only one day, the worm infected over 100,000 computers across 150 countries. And they demanded a huge ransom. So while each of these data breaches were incredibly severe, thankfully a number of companies exist to offer solutions. So it's not at all bad. It was just a history of security. However, on a more personal level, it is vital for you to understand why security is important, and that is why I wanted to give you an overview of history of cybersecurity. Just imagine yourself in 1990s where there were no security people, where there were no firewalls or people who are expert in security. If you lost something, just consider it's gone. But today, there are many tools and techniques through which you can even recover the lost files. So this was the history of cybersecurity. In the next lecture, we are going to talk about the key terms that you need to understand before you move ahead in the course. We are going to discuss a lot of terms, so stay tuned and keep the momentum going. I will see you in the next lecture.